In this video, we will go over the basic gameplay and rules of the Dragon Ball Super card game. But first, if you haven't seen part 1, check that out. I go over the different card types in it. In this game, two players face off with decks of a minimum of 50 to a maximum of 60 cards, not including the lead card, which is always out on the field. Let's take a look at the field. If you buy a starter deck, you will get one of these paper mats. Note that if it's one of the older starters, it won't have the new Unison Zone. But the field is much simpler than other card games, so you can easily use a mat like this without the zones marked out. Here you have your leader area. Your leader is always here and cannot be removed in any way. Here we have the new Unison area. You can only have one Unison card in play at a time. The battle area is for your battle cards, and field cards go here as well. There is no limit to the amount of battle cards you can place here. Field cards, however, are limited to 1. Your life goes here under your leader. Your deck goes here and your drop here. You'll also want some space for your warp. I like to put it sideways underneath my drop. Don't confuse your warp with being removed from play. You can potentially still interact with cards in your warp, whereas cards removed from play you cannot. Your energy cards go upside down here. It is important for them to be upside down to clearly show that they are energy. And your combo area is here. To start the game, decide who's going first by rolling dice. Whoever wins the highest number goes first. Shuffle your deck and cut each other's decks and draw 6 cards. You get 1 opportunity to mulligan, so you can put back cards you don't want to keep for your first hand and shuffle and draw again until you have 6. Your leader card already is on the field, and once you have your hand, you put 8 life underneath your leader. So that's just the top 8 cards from the top of your deck. The first turn of the game goes a little bit differently from the rest of the turns. The player doesn't get to draw at the start of the turn, and they can't attack. They still get their charge phase and can activate any effects on cards that they can already play. The player going second gets a normal turn, and every turn proceeds as follows. Your leader and all your energy and all your battle cards will restand. Draw 1 card from the top of your deck. Then is the charge phase. Choose 1 card from your hand and place in your energy area. It can be any card that's in your hand. Then you have your main phase, which is where the bulk of your actions in your turn will happen. You can play battle cards, attack with your leader, attack with your battle cards, activate extra cards, activate effects on your battle cards. When you attack with your battle cards or your leader or your unison cards, you will go into the battle phase. The battle phase has a few different steps, and they are as follows. Declare attack. Opponent declares any counters. If they choose not to counter, at this point they can activate a blocker. At this point you can combo if you like, combo any amount of cards. In defense to this, your opponent gets their own combo step. They will need to combo higher if they want to block the attack. If they haven't succeeded in comboing higher, the attack will go through and do damage. Now that battle is over, we're back into the main phase. Dragon Ball Super doesn't work the same way as Yu-Gi-Oh! You can enter into another battle phase now, again and again, as many times as you have cards able to attack. If you're out of things to do in your turn, you can end turn now and pass it over to your opponent. Here is the end phase, where any pending orders that activate in the end phase will go off. The main way to achieve victory in the game is to get your opponent's life down to 0. In order to do that, you need to attack their leader. Any successful attacks will result in your opponent taking a life. When a life is taken from a regular attack, 1 card from the life will be added to their hand. There are certain skills in the game that will change this. Double strike will result in 2 life being taken. Critical means the life will go to the drop instead of the hand. The game can also be won if your opponent runs out of cards in their deck.